Let's start with the topic of the hour, and that is this Alienware Pro Wireless Gaming Mouse. I'll start with the pros, no pun intended. All right, but what's good about this mouse? So the clicks are nice. Now, when I first took this out of the box, it's not doing it now. This click had a weird pre-travel, like it got stuck on something. It's not doing that now. I was able to, I guess, click it away or whatever. So I was worried for a minute, but it was literally a minute and then it was fine. So I was like, all right, that's cool. Now, I'll probably show this in the video. One of the things that got me interested in this mouse were these switches. I talked to one of their community reps on Reddit too. Like I asked them for more detail about it, and they were pretty good at giving me the response about this. They were able to confirm that the switch and the key plate are like separate entities. I like what they did with the key plates, but here they have these magnetic key plates, and that is what actuates the switch. The actuation on them, yeah, it's lighter than the GPX. So these are stiff. The M1 and M2 on this are stiff. On these, they're not mushy. They're just nice and smooth. Like if I was ranking switches, my favorite right now are the Omron opticals that they have on the Sora, and I think those are the same switches they have on VStacks. This is just like a step below those, I think, but it's in that same ballpark. I mean, these are a nice light click feel. Very spammable if you play games where that's important. I don't play Minecraft. I don't know that you'd necessarily do any like drag clicking or anything with this, but they're light. I'm wondering if they're doing anything else with that tech, right? I mean, it's not Hall effect. I mean, it's literally just a switch actuating there, but magnets are doing it. I don't know if maybe it's a precursor to some kind of technology like that. I don't know what the benefit to Hall effect in a mouse might be, but it's different than anything else in the market I've seen, and that to me was worth checking it out, especially being a mouse enthusiast. And everyone has asked about the side clicks. These are nice. They're tactile. I'm gonna play it there so you can hear it. They sound hollow, but they feel fine. Pretty good tactile feedback. No pre-travel at all in those, so very happy with the side buttons. So keep that in the light. You can see I'm pushing that like almost all the way in before it clicks. Like it's not clicking there, and I'm putting a good amount of force on that. Now it clicks. The back button's a little better, but on the front end, there's a lot of play. This front button just sucks, I'll be honest. Okay, but $125, $150. They're the same shape. They're quite literally the same shape. If you were to put a blindfold over my eyes, tell me to tell you which one was which, the only thing that would give it away would be these side switches, to be honest. That's it. Same shape. Even the scroll wheel is very similar, actually. Like, I kind of think it's actually the same scroll wheel, to be honest. Yeah, like they're super similar scroll wheels. This feels nice, right? This mouse feels nice. It's fine, right? Skates are a little weird. Let's be honest. Skates are a little weird, but let's be honest. This is worse, in my opinion. This is what skates should look like to me on mice, I mean, I'm okay with this type of thing too. This is a totally different mouse, but you know, they got the 4 corner skates. I'm fine with that. All right, so we covered the pros on this. I am quite literally done with the pros, and we're going to talk about. So we'll kind of do like a faux unboxing here. Take it out of the box. You know, it comes like this. I leave that plastic thing there. You know, mouse is here. Great. That's what you usually see. Now I thought there was something in this part. Right? It's really thick, like it's kind of heavy. And some mice you get, you know, there's a little thing to open on one of the sides here, and there's something inside. No, this is just like a really thick foam, which is fine. I mean, that's nice as far as packaging goes, but there's nothing there. The cable is here. I actually used this cable to plug that in. It was better than the one that came with the lethal 4K dongle. This one was already a bit straighter and looser, so I wanted to try it for the 8K wired part as well as the 4K wireless. We'll get to that, but yeah, it's a nice cable. That's fine. Very interesting dongle, right? So this is the extender, I guess you'd call it. I've not seen one that looks like this. This is the actual dongle. Very small, especially for a 4K dongle. But you put that in the top, right? And then you put the USB-C from the PC into this, right? And then you would use it wirelessly. All right, so this is, you know, all right, I'm using my mouse, and this is the dongle. So, I mean, it's different. It's pretty cool. And I guess it's neat. They made a big deal out of this. I don't really care about it because I don't plan on traveling with these kind of mice, but it's pretty sweet that it fits in the bottom of the mouse, right? This part doesn't, so I mean, that kind of defeats the purpose of putting that in there because you still have another piece. But they thought it was a good idea. Anyway, so usually when you have a mouse that's, I mean, really any enthusiast mouse these days, but certainly a mouse that is $100 or more, again, $150. You get some goodies, you get some extras, you know, extra skates, grips, whatever. You know, things that you might need depending on what you like to do with mice. You know, I have, which one? This was a $37 mouse. This is a $63 mouse. These both came with an extra set of skates, set of grips. Nice. This $40 mouse came with 4 magnetic backplates that you can change out, so you can actually even change the shape a little bit. It too came with extra skates. I got a fucking alien sticker. That's it. There's no extra skates. And these are a very unique skate shape. No other mouse has this. So, I mean, I guess, yeah, I'll put dots on it at some point. But there's no extra skates. There's no grips. To be honest, I don't care about that. I prefer no grips when possible. When you get to using this, it really doesn't need grips, in my opinion. Some people like grips. For a $150 mouse, you should put grips in it. VStax is $140. That has grips. Atlantis Mini, Thorn, Maya, all have grips. All are what, $100? Maybe a little bit less. Fantech Helios 2 Pro, $85. Comes with extra skates, comes with grips. Oh, shit, Upgrade Lemonade's here. I mean, point being is that, especially, you know, from the enthusiast perspective, you get these bigger brands, you got Alienware, you got Logitech. I don't have a Razer mouse here, but I had an RVM SE, I sold it. You know, those sell for exorbitant amounts, and you just get so much less in comparison with what you're getting for some of these other mice. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Now, that's really not even what I want to nitpick about this mouse. I haven't even gotten to that part yet, so this is going to sound like a rant. I'm going to get to the meat and bones right now, though. I want to show you why I'm so disappointed in this thing. I was like, wow, this looks great, you know, looks like a quality mouse from them. Maybe they're finally stepping up and trying to compete, you know, especially at that price point. You know, maybe they're trying to compete with Logitech, with Razer, some of the other bigger brands, you know, probably SteelSeries, Corsair, whatever. I'm going to show like what the big deal with this is and why I'm so upset about this mouse. This is a screen capture, okay, of me setting up this mouse, so to speak. I'd already set it up in the software, but now I was trying to tweak it. You know, I was trying to set the wireless to 4K, set the wired to 8K, what have you. Like Razer, like Logitech, and many others, you know, Alienware has their own proprietary Command Center. That's what it's called, Command Center. This makes Razer Synapse look lightweight. But I do have a gaming laptop. It's got a Ryzen 5800H, a Ryzen 7 5800H, so it's, you know, gaming quality. It's got 16 gigs of RAM. It's got a GeForce 3050. Not that that has anything to do with, you know, loading or anything like that, but just for reference, that's what the gaming laptop is. It's a capable system. I'm gonna talk through some real problems, real issues that I have with this. Okay, so this is me. I'm already in the settings now. I'm gonna at another point show you what's going on with that. But here, okay, this is the double click. This is not the debounce, but I did just want to play with this setting. They don't have a debounce tweak in here. So that is one thing. Again, $150 mouse, like, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, so going through here, it says these features are only available in system preset. That is what I'm in. That's what I'm in right here. I'm in the preset. Why can't I use that? I'm literally in the preset and it's not letting me tweak that feature. So that's awesome. All right, super cool. So let's go over to the DPI. Now, I'd already, and I'm surprised, the DPI tweak did save because it's on 800 on this mouse by default. So I was able to move it to 1600. All right, but right now you see there's no polling rate listed. So this turned out being incorrect, but my point will still stand. You see I'm setting it to 8,000 hertz for my DPI 1600 setting. I have a second cap that does this. Apparently you have to set all of the polling rates to 8,000 hertz. That's not the point here. Okay. You know, I set it. I go to save it. All right, presumably it's saved. I go back to the dashboard. What do I see? It says unsaved changes detected. I just hit the save button. What the hell? So presumably that saved it. Okay, you know, thank you, my mistake. You saved it for me. I can very easily change the polling rate here. You know, boom, done, it's saved. I don't have to do anything. All right, it's saved to the device. Boom, done, it's saved. I can click out of here. I can come back in, not a worry. That is not the case with the Command Center. All right, this is where it gets interesting. I just clicked it there. Okay, so I clicked go back into the mouse. You're gonna see that it takes 15 seconds to get back into the mouse menu, and it does this every time. Every time I do that, it's 15 seconds. Wow, I finally loaded it in, you know? Get back to my settings to check. What's going on? Did my settings save like it told me? Okay, looks good. Looks good. It looks like it saved the 8,000 hertz. Okay, cool. So I take it out of my laptop. I plug it back in wired to my PC here. And what do we got? It kind of sucks because it was in dark mode. I thought that was going to capture in light mode. I'm sorry. All right, it's at 1,000 hertz. Right after I set it to 8,000 hertz, it's pulling at 1,000. You know, it just stayed at 1,000. So I went back in. So I immediately take the mouse out of this PC, put it back in the laptop that has Command Center. All right, what's going on? I should have fast forwarded through this because, like I said, I clicked on that mouse. 15 seconds to get me into this menu. Like I said, Razer Cyan apps could never. As hard as they try, and believe me, they try. Okay, so now I'm back in here. Let's check the setting. I saved the setting. You saw that setting save at 8,000. All right, we're going to go in here. Still can't tweak the double click setting. Even though I'm in the preset, what the hell is going on? Nothing there. So when you see that, it automatically defaults to 1,000 as the polling rate. Now I suspect, and I don't know if this is true, I'm not putting Command Center on this PC. I don't know if I have to have Command Center active on the PC to keep that polling rate there. But like I said, I went and looked at the user manual. It told me, boom, 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 boom. All 5 of these need to be at 8,000. So I went through the exercise again. I did that. I saved it. Again, it told me you didn't save your settings. Save anyway? Yes, save anyway. Plug it back into this PC, and lo and behold, it's at 1,000. And this held true over that as well. Okay, on the wireless dongle. So far be it from me to say that I'm perfect, but here's the point. If it's that much of a pain in the ass for someone who I consider myself capable and reasonable, I can go into the Lamzu software. It'll show me my Maya, click on that, and set the polling rate. Boom, I'm done. All right. I mean, I hate having programs installed anyway, but it's that simple. So what I got here is the Atompalm Hydrogen 2. It's $100. Okay. This is pretty good mouse as far as I'm concerned. And I like their solution better because I don't need software, right? Yeah, launch the Atompalm manager. All right, so I should bookmark this just for reference. Boom, done. Cool. No, I don't want that. Don't show it ever again. Connect your device. Hydrogen 2. Boom, it's found my Hydrogen 2. Awesome. I can set this stuff the way I need it. You can see I logged in. It's already at 8,000 hertz, 1600 DPI, 2mm LOD. Done. I apply the settings, disconnect. We're good to go. Takes 10 seconds. Command Center takes 15 seconds just to get to the mouse settings. And that's once I have it open. That's on top of the 15 seconds to open the program. Yeah, their software definitely needs some work. And, for me, I prefer a non-software solution. I love what Pulsar did with their ES series. I know some people don't care for the screen on the mouse. I like it, but point is, it's just everything is on the mouse. The DPI, the LOD, the polling rate, it's all there. I don't have to do anything. And same with a lot of these other mice that have these button combinations. I am looking forward to seeing how this feels over the next couple weeks or so, and maybe it's a glitch in their software or something. They update it. So it's nice if you like the GPX shape. it's $10 less than a GPX2. So, if anyone was looking at getting a GPX2, it's certainly worth it. Or, a GPX1. But again, you can get this for like $120 now. And I know they have refurbs on sale for like $70. So, may not be worth. But I would really like to be able to use this at wired 8K and wireless 4K just for the smoothness. Like, and that is what tipped me off in the first place, was that I was like, this doesn't feel as smooth because I have all these 3395 sensor mice, and like I can just kind of tell the smoothness. So hopefully you'll be able to get that figured out. If they fix the software, yeah, the GPX is dead. Yeah. I don't know what Logitech is doing. And I don't know if Logitech knows what Logitech is doing. But I'm glad Twitter exists, because there are people that recognize that this is not the end all be all. You go on Reddit. I can't go on Reddit anymore. If you say anything bad about this, my account doesn't have enough karma. I only have an account on there to be in mouse market, and it took me like forever to get 50 karma to be able to post in there to begin with. So I'm never going to go tell them I don't like the GPX, but holy cow. This will be my main over the next couple of weeks, and I'll have a full review soon after. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or points of interest you may want to know about, and I'll be sure to answer. Like, comment, and subscribe for more mouse content coming your way soon. Thanks for watching.